right, this is second grade math, lesson 6-5, subtracting two-digit numbers. So we're just following up from our lesson that we had yesterday. How is subtracting 23 from 71 like subtracting 3 from 71? How is it different from subtracting 3 from 71? Explain. Find both differences. Use blocks if you need to. So let's take a look at our first one here. 71 minus 3. 1 minus 3 is not going to work, so we're going to have to regroup. 7 groups will become 6 groups. We add 10 to 11 and 10 to 1 to make 11. So 11 minus 3 I know is 8, and 6 minus nothing is 6. Let's take a look over here. 71 minus 23. We're going to have to regroup again because you can't have 1 and subtract 3 from it. And so we have to regroup again. So 11 minus 3 is 8, and 6 minus 2 is 4. So how is it different? Explain. And how is it alike? Well, I have to regroup in both sides. So I'm going to say I have to regroup in both problems. That's all we're doing. We're just looking at how we're having to regroup. All right, let's go ahead and go on to our back page here. Take a look at our comic strip. Okay, find 43 minus 18. Show and write the subtraction. So we have it stacked up. We're going to have to regroup, so we're going to unbundle. And we know that if we have 43, we're going to have to make this 4 groups of 10 becomes 3 groups of 10. Add 3 to 10 to 13. And then we're going to go ahead and go over here and solve. So 13 minus 8 is 5, and 3 minus 1 is 2. So let's take a look at the do you understand, show me. Why can you regroup 1 10 as 10 ones when there are not enough to subtract? Because we can't subtract a number that is higher from a smaller number, okay? So let's see. Why can you, when there are enough to make enough ones to subtract. So you have to just make enough ones to be able to subtract. If we have 1 minus 3 and we only have 1, that's not going to work. So we have to regroup so that our ones are able to subtract from each other. All right, let's take a look at our guided practice. Write each subtraction problem, find the difference, use drawings if you need to. 34 minus 15. So here we have 34 minus 15. We always start at the ones column. 4 minus 5. I can't do 4 minus 5, so I'm going to have to regroup it. Okay, the 3 groups of 10 becomes 2 groups of 10 because I have 4 plus 10 becomes 14. 14 minus 5 is 9, and 2 minus 1 is 1. All right, let's take a look at our next 2 problems. 52 minus 31 and 67 minus 48. And again, we want to write it below our boxes here. These are to keep us in order with our columns if we need to regroup. 2 minus 1, I can do that. I don't need to regroup. And 5 minus 3 is 2. So I have a difference of 21. Okay, let's take a look over here. 67 minus 48. 7 minus 8 is not going to work, so I'm going to have to regroup. Our 6 becomes 5. It's 1 less. And we have our 7, and we add 1 group of 10 over here. 17 minus 8 is 9, and 5 minus 4 is 1. So we have a difference of 19. All right, let's go ahead and head to our next page, our independent practice page, starting with number 4. So go ahead and get this all situated here. So we're going to write each subtraction problem and then find the difference. So 52 minus 36. So we're going to take it from our equation here and stack it so we can subtract. 2 minus 6. 2 minus 6 is not going to work, so we're going to have to regroup. The 5 becomes a 4. The 2, we add 1 group of 10 to, it becomes 12. 12 minus 6 is 6, and 4 minus 3 is 1 with a difference of 16. Okay, 94 minus 54. 94 minus 54. 4 minus 4 is 0, and 9 minus 5 is 4. Do we need to regroup? Nope, we were able to do it just fine on our own. Okay, 41 minus 25. 41 minus 25. 1 minus 5 is not going to work. We're going to have to regroup those numbers. The 4 becomes a 3, 1 less, and the 1, we can just add a 1 right in front of it. 11 minus 5 is 6, and 3 minus 2 is 1 for a difference of 16. Number 7 is 33 minus 28. 3 minus 8 is not going to work. We're going to have to regroup. 3 becomes 1 less, which is 2. And we add that over there. That becomes 13. 13 minus 8 is 5. And 2 minus 2 is 0. So we have a difference of 5 there. All right. Number 8 is 65 minus 42. 5 minus 2 is 3. Do we have to regroup? Nope. And 6 minus 4 is 2 for a difference of 23. Number 9, 70 minus 48. 0 minus 8. I'm going to have to regroup this one. 7 becomes a 6, 1 less group of 10. And 10 plus 0 is 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. And 6 minus 4 is 2. All right, number 10 is 96 minus 37. 6 minus 7, we're having to regroup again. 9, 1 less is going to be 8. And add over a group of 10 and our 1, 16. 16 minus 7 is 9, and 8 minus 3 is 5 for a difference of 59. And then 87 minus 45. 7 minus 5 is 2. Do we have to regroup? Nope. And 8 minus 4 is 4 for a difference of 42. All right, let's take a look at higher order thinking. Tia's basketball team scored 61 points. They won by 23 points. How many points did the other team score? So we know 61 points. They won by 23 points. So the other team had 23 less points. So 61 minus 23. I'm going to stack and subtract. 61 minus 23. I want to make sure I have my ones column and my tens column stacked right on top of each other. 1 minus 3 is not going to work, so I have to regroup both sides. That becomes a 5. That becomes an 11. 11 minus 3 is 8, and 5 minus 2 is 3. So the other team had 38 points. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our back page here. All right. Dawn has 72 marbles. Josie has 56 marbles. How many more marbles does Dawn have than Josie? So we're going to do our 72 minus 56. 72 minus 56. 2 minus 6, can't do it. Got to regroup. That 7 becomes a 6. The 2 becomes a 12 because 2 plus 10 is 12. 12 minus 6 is 6, and 6 minus 5 is 1. So we had a difference of 16 more marbles. All right, let's take a look at a higher order thinking. Write a subtraction story using two-digit numbers, then solve the problem in your story. Let's see, I'm going to do 37 and 29. Okay, and I'm going to say I saw 37 birds, 27 flew away. How many are left? Question mark. Okay, 7 minus 9, can't do it. I'm going to have to regroup. The 3 becomes a 2. The 7 becomes a 17 because 7 plus the 10 we borrowed from over here. 17 minus 9 is 8, so there are 8 left. All right, let's take a look at our assessment. Eric can fit 90 cards in a scrapbook. He already has 46 cards in the scrapbook. How many more cards will fit? So he can have a total of 90 minus 46 that are already in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve that one. All right, 0 minus 6 won't work. I'm going to have to regroup. That 9 becomes an 8. The 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, and 8 minus 4 is 4. So we have a difference of 44. All right, great job.